The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the assumptions, views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host and guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. In addition, all copyrighted material is used without permission and will be removed with notification from the rightful owners or their agent. So there.
You found the Taxi Stand Hour.
Over.
On Radio TFI.
Join the conversation. You can reach the guys at 754-800-CHAT, 754-800-2428, on Twitter at Taxi Stand Hour. From a payphone, call collect.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
And good morning, everybody. Welcome aboard. You are listening to the Taxi Stand Hour on Radio TFI and on the Radio TFI streaming network for this Sunday, February 12th of 2023. From the ShaladaMakesMeLaugh.com studio in St. Paul, Minnesota, I'm John Shannon. And over there in Queens, New York, resting high above in the Radio TFI Executive Tower, it is the one and only Ed Van Ness. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, kids and kittens. We trust you've had a fine and fantastic week and you enjoyed the multiple birthday celebrations this past Tuesday and Thursday. We trust everything's gone well. Yes, we are coming to you from high atop the Radio TFI Executive Tower today, but please be forewarned, LaGuardia Airport has changed their landing pattern, and they're buzzing right by us here on the 278th floor. So you may hear that occasionally. Young Mr. Shannon, how the hell are you today?
I couldn't be better if I was twins.
Well, you keep trying, and that's really all that matters now.
Right, exactly. So, I don't know about you. We can talk about yours too if you want, but had a nice time for the 60th birthday now, 60th time around the sun.
And let me be the last to say happy birthday. Oh, by the way, there goes the 950 to Austin, Texas, coming right by now.
Good Lord. That's going to be a hoot to listen to all day.
A hoot and a holler. So anyway, so your birthday celebration.
Yeah, well, we went to just a little local bar and restaurant, not too far away from the studio here, and some of Lori's friends from work and some people from basically people they were with, and then Lori's son, daughter-in-law, and two grandkids were also there. So we had a real good time.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that, and just for that, you get an extra. Now, for myself, on Tuesday night, it's embarrassing when it happens. The entire United States government gathered Tuesday night to wish me.
They gathered to wish you a happy birthday? Wow, wasn't that great?
It was all over TV. It was a Marjorie Trailer Park Green dressed up. Good morning, Steve. She dressed up in her best baby seal outfit, and it was quite the event. But again, we're happy to be back. I never thought I'd turn 27, and yet here I am.
Yeah. I didn't give you enough credit when I was giving out the birthdays. I for some reason thought you were 63, and you're 64 years.
Oh, good Lord!
64.
Yeah, 64. quick story. So I was at a store yesterday, and I was waiting for him to bring my package up, and I'm chatting with the guy behind the counter. So we start going back and forth, and I don't know. I was talking about something from back in the day, and he says, "I'm probably older than you are." I said, "I doubt that seriously." I said, "How old are you?" No joke. He says, 64. I said, "No kidding. When did you turn 64?" He says, "January." He said, "What about you?" I said, "I turned 64 on Tuesday." So we had a little old man chuckle about that, and it was what it was. John, but as always, there's an extra special birthday present for you. I'm older than everybody, Steve. I'm older than dirt. Look, I remember when Broadway was a dirt road.
Wait a minute. You're not older than the person in the lower left square.
We're not talking about him yet. We'll get to him in a moment. But I want to get to what makes you happy in your extra special birthday present. It's the Radio TFI Market Watch, brought to you by Birthday Cake from Pete and Tony's. Buy the hot Tony's. Uber closed the week at $34.30, up $3.94. Lyft closed the week at $10.31, down $7.07. Boy, oh boy.
Ooh.
And Tesla closed the week at $196.89, up $6.91. This has been the Radio TFI Market Watch. Go to Pete and Tony's. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids and kittens, if I can get us all back here, it's the one, it's the only, from Bill Badger. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. I'm ducking my head, waiting for that 910 from to Austin. I guess it was.
It was the 950 to Austin.
The 950 to Austin. Okay, should be here shortly.
How would you be able to see it with the sun in your face like that? Or are you just that bright?
I'm just that bright, you SOB.
Okay. You got a shade you can pull down or something? Thank you.
Hey, don't mention sheets in Texas.
Shade. I said shade.
Oh, okay.
Shade. And
thanks, Steve, for the birthday wishes there. Well,
yeah, and welcome to the club there, dog.
Now, John, I'm gonna back off. I'm back you off for a second, because this has been quite a thing here for the past couple of days. My good friend, co-host, and all around good egg, John Shannon, has done something that he's apparently wanted to do for quite some time. I only know the end result of it. Here's what I know. His account has been suspended from the tweet box for a week. Now, he was about to tell me the whole story last night. I said, oh, no,
you're not.
Oh, no, you're going to tell it right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids and kittens, John Shannon is now going to tell us who exactly he pissed off on Twitter.
To tell you the truth, I don't know who it was I pissed off, because I didn't tag anybody with this. What I did is excuse me a second.
Well, this ought to be interesting. Go ahead, John.
So what I can remember about the tweet, well, this was back when when they shot down the first Chinese spy balloon, or shortly thereafter, or shortly beforehand, I should say. And where all these people were, no, let's just shoot this thing down. Let's shoot this thing down. And of course, I said, well, even if you could, how would you like to be the one to have this balloon land on your house? And then I said, then after that, well, after all, that maybe not be such a bad thing. And but I don't remember. I don't remember who it was. God, it was by far not the worst thing the worst thing I've said to anybody. Even tagging them, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever said. It actually kind of surprised me, and I'm not going to lie.
You're promoting destruction.
Yeah, well,
I think I know who it is. It's Glenda the Good Witch because she had somebody dropped a house on her sister.
So that could have been, but
Pretty much.
we all live kind of by the saying that stupid should hurt, and it was just starting to piss me off the way why isn't Biden doing something? Why isn't Biden doing something? Here, why don't you get out here? We'll just shoot this thing down ourselves. It just got to the point where you just wanted to say, okay, you dumb sons of bitches, go ahead, shoot the goddamn thing down, and hey, I hope it lands on your house if you do. So
You're mean. You're a mean man.
I think
we may have to shut
You're a
you
mean
down,
one, Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Dog. Well, John, I was hoping for
something more dramatic.
More dramatic with a bigger name. I thought maybe. No, he is suspended. He's suspended. For those of you listening, Steve just asked, John, are you limited? Are you, quote, limited use for the week or, quote, Twitter suspension? He's in Twitter jail, man.
Yeah, but I like the fact how he's working around it. Why don't you tell him how you're working around it there, John?
Well, just a second now. To answer the question, to answer Steve's question first, is that I can still see my Twitter feed. And I can still send direct messages from my Twitter feed to people that, I know or whatever. So that's the degree of the suspension. Can't retweet anything. I obviously can't post anything. I can like things. I don't know if the person I don't know if they see the like or not, but it shows on my end that I'm able to like posts. So can't follow back anybody. Can't follow or follow back. So that's the degree of the suspension.
I gotta say, John, although I agree with the sentiment that you put out there, I'm somewhat disappointed because I was hoping, and say goodbye to Bill. I was hoping that you'd PO'd a big name or somebody on your block list that you want. John has a list of people he wants to block him, that he would be a badge of honor. And I was hoping for you, it was one of those people that finally,
Well, I don't know if it was. I don't know if it might have been. Well, no, it wouldn't have because Cardi was.
That's the 955 to Detroit.
Okay. As you know, Kari Lake blocked me.
Yeah, you've got that.
Well, that's a badge of honor.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I got that one in the trophy case. Are you kidding me?
Well, there's so much going on with Twitter, right? I mean, I'm following Elon Musk. I promise you I never followed Elon Musk. I could unfollow him, but for right now. By the way, he fired an engineer because he didn't like the explanation of why his account isn't getting as many engagements now.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Yeah, really. It is very much a boo-hoo, stroke my ego. And so Twitter may be a thing of the past before you know it. But anyway, John, I was while I was hoping for a better story, I really do. I agree with your sentiment. I know how much the Yahoos get under your skin because, as we all know, deep down, John is a Yahoo at heart, but he fights it. He fights it. And he does a good job of, for the most part. But again, we applaud you. We wish you well. We'll send items to your family and.
Will you shoot that damn plane down? Jesus.
Oh, don't say that. I got you in Twitter jail. What do you think it's going to do here?
Yeah. Saying things like that. That's just. That's just not right.
Here's by the way, to answer Bill's question.
Yes.
He, as you know, we tried to kind of force feed a Twitter account on him. It was my old account. Actually, it was my original account. The original account that I opened up back in 2010 was that was the one I was. That was the one that I kind of kept on the back shelf because I wound up getting a week suspension with that one, and I said, "Oh hell no, this isn't going to fly." So I decided to open up another account.
He's a repeat offender, ladies and gentlemen.
Apparently.
Yeah, so you don't know the half of it, but
Wow.
So I went to this other. I opened up this other account, and for whatever reason, maybe it was just some of the things I've learned, in all the years I've been on Twitter, that account was able to catch fire, and I got a ton of followers on that account, and to hell with it, I'll just stay with the account. Now, and not that this is superstar level or anything like that, but that particular account has I'm well on my way to 10,000 followers on that account,
John does. I can honestly admit I've seen it. I can verify. He does go out. He actively follows people. He follows lots of people. He's got me a ton of followers. Very few of them engage with me, but
you have to engage with them. I mean, you send maybe one. You have to send maybe one. You send maybe one tweet a week.
Well, I get things. John, for me, it's not quantity. You know as well as I do. When I send out something, it packs a punch. And let's face it, too. I don't just retweet. I'm not saying you do, but a lot of the people that I follow back. Oh, I check their stuff. It's all retweets. They don't put anything original up there. I love it when I find somebody who actually look. I don't tweet as often as you do, but when I do, it's usually got a little pizzazz to it.
Very
well.
Edness, the Mike Tyson of Twitter.
Don't you start with me? I can't do a Tyson, and
Steve said something that people love. People on Twitter love to hate follow.
It's the 9:30 to Albuquerque.
Oh,
it's behind schedule.
Pull,
John.
You can't make those jokes in Nueva York.
John, you cannot. Look, we may be in the quiet, dark part of the internet where nobody can find us, but they'll find us.
The sons of bitches will find us. That's for sure.
They'll find us. That's.
Anyways, Steve commented here that people on Twitter love to hate follow. I've known a lot of people on my Twitter feed who do follow people from the opposition, but normally they're following them because they're more like influencers or reporters or whatnot. I don't follow anybody that is what the hell happened to Bill?
I don't know. There you go.
Where'd you go?
Help me.
Anyways, I don't follow anybody like that.
Bill, you keep taking yourself off. Stop. Whatever you're doing, stop doing it.
I have a breaking news story.
Well, then go ahead. Don't take yourself off. Go ahead.
George Santos just set the NBA scoring record.
Yeah, good for him.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have to look into it a little bit further. I saw a tweet just before we came on that Santos is just on the razor's edge from getting booted. Apparently, he's gained some sort of access to.
He was in a classified meeting. Yeah.
So where he probably shouldn't have been, maybe.
Yeah, I understand. He said, "I saw these at Trump's house." Here's an actual George Santos. This is no joke. Something came out the other day about his overlander company with the other name he uses, and he was questioned about it. And I've seen the video of him answering it.
Go, Steve.
I quit.
I've
They're
never
going to
played-
get me. They're going to get me for being an accomplice. But anyway, so Santos goes on about, it's all about money and where it went and all that. Well, I did this with the company in 2001, and after, after I had left my other job, and he's going on about all these things he did in 2001 with this big mega million company. He was 13 in 2001.
That boy grew well, didn't he?
Yeah, I
I'll
guess.
tell
Buckets.
He started early. So anyway, speaking of George Santos, and before we finish with him, we're going to switch gears here and get off John, because it looks like he's getting tired.
No.
Pile it on.
Pile on, dog pile on the way, pile on the way. Anyway, so as I mentioned earlier, the United States government was kind enough to get together on my birthday to discuss what's going on. Now, I got to say, old Uncle Joe suckered him in just right.
Yes, he did, didn't he? Had the right bait Tuesday night, didn't he?
Oh,
Yes,
man.
he did.
He cast that bait, man. And they're all going on about, he never mentioned a name. He even said, I'm being polite. I'm not saying the name. I'm not saying all Republicans. And want to shut down Social Security and Medicare. Oh, you're a liar. You're this. All righty then. So then we all agree Medicare and Social Security are just fine. They're okay, aren't they? Oh, yeah. Suckers! You nitwit. Now, on that, let's hear the author of the shutdown Social Security. By the way, a senator from the great state of Florida, where most of the people are ready to retire. John Fox from Fox News. Remember, he's being interviewed by a Fox guy. Not only works for Fox, is named Fox. Take a listen, everybody.
Recently put out an 11-point plan to rescue America, two of the big points of which are, quote, all Americans should pay some income tax. It also says all federal legislation sunsets in 5 years. So that would raise taxes on half of Americans and potentially sunset programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. Why would you propose something like that in an election year?
Sure. Well, John, that's, of course, the Democrat talking points. It's a
No, it's in the plan. It's in the plan.
Here's let's think about reality for a second. First off, let's talk about Medicare.
But Senator, hang on.
John.
So it's not a Democratic talking point. It's in the plan.
Skeletor trying to get busy there. These are 3 words or 4 words Rick Scott will have to live with. It's in the plan. It's there.
No.
By the way, for those of you not aware, Rick Scott, before being somehow elected governor to the great state of Florida, was involved in the largest Medicaid scam ever. Hundreds of millions.
No.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it? And here he is now. He's going to try to wiggle his way out of it. Good on Fox News for not letting him do it. He's trying to put that on the Democrats. Oh, no, easy, Silver. Easy, big fella. You're the one who's trying to. And as somebody who is this close to collecting Social Security, as opposed to my young friend beneath me, who has probably been sucking on that teat for many years now. How long you been collecting Social Security, Bill?
3 years.
3 years. Okay, your clocks come. Your checks come like clockwork.
For the most part, depends on whose clock you're using.
All right.
No, mine show up on time. I've never had one come in late.
Okay, there was really no point to asking that, other than being nosy about your finances.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
But now here's again. This goes back to this is who Biden was referring to. By the way, was Rick Scott. And, but they all bid on this. God bless you.
Huge.
That was so much fun to watch. And by the way, let's talk about there was somebody, was it during the Obama, some representative.
Yeah, it was during the Obama thing that shouted, "You lie."
Right, and he was chastised. He was, Meanwhile, the last two, you've got Bobo and Trailer Park up there yelling, hooting, hollering, screaming, and look, if I'm a Republican, if I'm a regular dyed-in-the-wool, not a nutball Republican, which seems to be very few of you left.
Uh-huh.
I'd be embarrassed for my party. I'd be embarrassed long before that. But the next night, the night after, Representative Nancy Mace out of South Carolina, a Republican, was emceeing speaking, I should say, at a Washington function in Washington, D.C. Mind you, here's a Republican, and I got to admit, she was kind of funny. Let's take a listen to her.
I hope that C-SPAN has a buzzer or a bleep because is about to get real, okay? It only goes downhill from here. My name is Nancy Mace. That's Mace like the pepper spray, unless your name is Lauren Boebert. And then it's pepper spray, a knife, a Glock, 2 hand grenades, and a missile. There's only one reason that I was chosen to be your Republican speaker tonight. It's because Kevin McCarthy couldn't get the votes. Did you watch McCarthy during the speaker's vote? I know many of you were in the halls of Congress during that vote. I haven't seen someone assume that many positions to appease the crazy Republicans since Stormy Daniels. But let's be honest. We all knew that Matt Gaetz would never let the vote get to 18. I do have a message from Matt this evening. He really, really wanted to be here tonight, but he couldn't find a babysitter. To be his date, I mean, come on. All right, I know George Santos hoped to deliver tonight's keynote, but organizers, our lovely, beautiful organizers, wanted someone who could tell a joke, but not actually be one. Come on, George, you've given Republicans a bad name, and that's Lauren Boebert's job. Just kidding, Lauren, don't shoot. I mean, really, like, who lies about playing college volleyball? Like, who does that? If you're gonna lie, at least make it about something big. Like you actually won the 2020 presidential election.
Representative Nancy Grace, everybody from South Carolina. She
had pretty good timing and delivery going there.
Very good. And not very easy on the eyes as well. But of course, that doesn't matter in this day and age. It's
well, I'm sure everybody that listened to that realized that was meant to be a comedy performance by her. It wasn't. She was being truthful, but truth and comedy in the Republican Party go hand in hand.
Yeah, she was taking big shots there, though.
Yeah, it was like a Dean Martin roast.
No, that was like a Friar's roast.
A Friar's roast.
Friar's roast. As we go off the track here for a minute.
Way off.
Friar's roast, which were never televised, were some of the nastiest, raunchiest, meanest things ever. Not what you see on TV, the Comedy Central roast. People get up there that don't even know the person being roasted, and they just tell jokes about the rest of the panel. And but no, considering all things considered, I think she did a good job, and it was funny.
Yeah.
There was one.
I actually heard laughing in the background. Somebody in the Republican Party has sense of humor.
Oh yeah, there was one joke that got cut out when I was editing it for Time. She mentions that Lauren Bobo used to own a restaurant called Shooters. She says that's like Matt Gaetz owning a restaurant called Jailbaits.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, she was but now you wonder, because you see the thing is Bobo and Marjorie Taylor Greene, they don't seem like they have that big of a sense of humor. So I wonder how bad I wonder how bad they're gonna fire back on something like that.
You know what kind of sense of humor they had? They had Mean Girl School Bully.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The only things they find funny are where someone else is being put down or hurt in some way, shape, or form. That's what they find amusing. In
the fair play here, did you see Kristen Cinema's outfit?
Oh, good. Big Bird Lives.
All you had to do was put that hat on top of her, and there was the Chiquita Banana Lady.
There you go. She was in a bright yellow dress. For those of you not scoring at home, for those of you scoring at home, and even for those of you that are alone,
scurrying.
Yeah, bright yellow with big puffy shoulders. It was one good gust of wind, and out she goes.
Well, Cinema kind of fancies herself as a fashion plate to begin with.
She struck out.
She's an island of one.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Manchin sat there, just didn't know whether to spit or eat a banana. Speaking of bananas, but I think my favorite was watching Kevin McCarthy squirm, because he literally had nowhere to hide. He was doing his best to no, please don't. And then when Biden was casting that line, he could see it. He saw the bait.
He knew it.
He knew it, and he was like, "Don't do it. Don't do it." Ah, man, yeah, did it. So, congratulations, Republicans. That means I get to keep my Social Security when I retire, and Bill gets to keep his and live in the manner to which he's become accustomed.
Yeah, you can see from my surroundings my lap of luxury.
That's some kind of lap, man. I hate to see the rest of it.
I do when I'm actually working.
That's it.
All right, so that takes care of all that. What else do we have on the pile, John?
I took a poll here. Speaking of,
there goes Johnny taking polls again.
Yeah, well, I asked who was the craziest of the right-wing wackadoodles. I left two choices, and then I said, and then I had a choice for anybody else, and tell me who. The two choices were Trailer Trash Green, Lauren Boebert, and again, somebody else. Marjorie Taylor Greene won by a landslide. And I wish we could get this kind of response on our Battle of the One-Hit Wonders polls. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah. That's exactly what we need. Thank you so very much, Mr. Shannon.
You're welcome. But no, it was overwhelming. I thought Bobo would get a little bit more love. Some of them I didn't think to put this one in here, but a few people suggested Miss Huckabuck.
Oh, I'm going to say I purposely did not watch the rebuttal because I knew. Oh, look, it's the 10:15 Little Rock.
Oh, wait a minute. Why is everything coming my direction?
I don't know. Just shut up and go with the bit, okay?
Okay.
Go with the bit. But I did not want to. I can't listen to that. That woman is a stone cold liar. We know that. She admitted under questioning that she lied. She made stuff up when she was press secretary. Under oath, she's a proven liar and a goofball. And I will not watch her. I did see the clip. I saw where she talked about, she ended with, our two choices are normal and crazy in the future. What do you mean in the future?
With the future. Well, and who's normal and who's crazy? She didn't specify.
Well, I have my guesses, but
Of course, they're taking pokes at the, we got women that know, who women really are. And, so
Do we
taking
now?
at the trans community, I thought it was funny. At one point in time, she said, well, I'm the first woman to have been elected governor of the state of Arkansas. Well, there's two problems with that. One is that first off, if you're the first woman governor of that state, that just shows you how backwards Arkansas is to begin with.
If you only knew.
Oh, I knew because Lori and I actually camped in Arkansas for about 3 or 4 months. Yeah. We got a few hours. I'll tell you about that experience. But
your sister, wife, and nephew or niece are all the same person?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you hear banjos in the woods?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's
so the other thing is, let's face it, do you even think she would have gotten elected if she didn't have the Huckabee name?
Daddy's name, exactly.
No, that's probably not.
It definitely didn't hurt. Let's put it that way.
No, because look, I don't want to go off on the fine folks of Arkansas because I don't know the fine folks of Arkansas. And I don't want to, in all seriousness, I don't want to beat them down. But what's wrong with you idiots? Electing a stone cold liar. And in states like this, you wonder why you're 48th in education and all those kind of miserable stats. I mean, I understand you got to fight with Kentucky and what Mitch McConnell has done to that state over 30 some odd years to be the worst.
Kentucky, from what I'm seeing, people in Kentucky aren't necessarily happy with where they are, where I think those in Arkansas are perfectly content with just being there. Just, let me, leave me alone here in the holler.
That's exactly what it is. Leave me alone. Let me do my moonshine and I'll be just fine.
Here come them revenuers. On a side note, I keep seeing, because there's a show I record and I watch it over the course of a week. I keep seeing, and I've seen this show and I've watched a couple of episodes. This Moonshiners. You are glorifying an illegal act. Are they this desperate for content? That and the hot rod racers, the street racers.
Mm-hmm.
These are illegal and dangerous acts. And you're sending a film crew along? And you're,
yeah.
Well, so to speak, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Bingo.
What gets me with that is, and we can get on this tangent for a second. I mean, look at how much you pay for either cable or satellite TV. And you've got basically 250 channels worth of absolutely nothing.
Right.
Especially when channels like the History Channel, how often do they come up with crap that has really not a whole lot to do with history?
Oh, they've all abandoned their original premises. Arts and entertainment, A&E. That was fantastic when it first came on. Now again, the only thing A&E does, or is that no AMC does Walking Dead.
American Movie Classics is supposed to be. Yeah, no.
Yeah, you don't see those anymore. But yeah, no. Matter of fact, and again, we're going to derail this even further to where now we're actually on a boat. Bill, I have let YouTube TV. I have told them to notify me when the NFL package gets closer and closer, because they're advertising it now that they got it. I am seriously considering. I want to go through what it is I actually watch and what I don't. I'm going to do that over the course of time here, and I'm probably going to cut the cord. Of course, I have to keep my cable company for my internet, but
Yeah.
You still got to have that. But I mean, my phone company and my internet are all the same, so I didn't have to worry about that.
Right.
And I'm glad that's working for you, because I heard something here that I didn't realize was the case. That if you are using a network with T-Mobile or somebody else that has an internet or a phone connection as well, you're actually sharing that data network with those people that are outside your house that are playing on their phones and using that network.
There is a way. You have passwords and all that, and everybody says that. But I mean, I look at it this way: if somebody's out there wanting to bleed in off of my YouTube channel, God bless you. If you want to sit outside my house and watch, I'll come out there like the grumpy old man and get off my lawn.
He is so loud.
By the way, you tell me to get closer to the microphone.
My ears are sweating. I just pulled my headphones off. My ears are sweating. It is currently, no joke, in this room, it is 79 degrees. I have no control over the
Aruba, Bahama, come on, pretty mama.
This is South Florida.
We have some crotch pot cooking here.
Crotch pot cooking, exactly.
You what? You don't want to be. This is the day, gentlemen. This is the day that you're happy to be 1,000+ miles away, 2,000, however many miles away you are.
The day.
It's all right. It's a good day to be.
Okay.
It's a better day to be that far away.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sweating in this shirt. You don't even want to know what's going on beneath.
Please.
Yeah, let me stand up and shut.
Excuse me. No.
Security.
Boys, all right. You've had your fun. You've had your fun.
Isn't it amazing how this first half of the show always goes off the rails?
Oh, that's what maybe we will change. No, we can't change. But then again, let me explain the format again for those of you just tuning in.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Now, Bill, you wouldn't know this because you did some X-ray thing. Who the hell knows what you were doing? So the name of the show is the Taxi Stand Hour. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids and kittens, if you've ever spent some time on a taxi stand, you would know when you pull up and there are other drivers there and you start to talk, as often as not, it can be about the business itself or anything at all. And that is what hour one here, the Taxi Stand Hour, the flagship show of the Radio TFI streaming network is all about. It's about whatever. So these topics can range wildly from the State of the Union address to my crotch watch or
left turn, Clyde.
So that's what it is. Let's deal with it. We get more structured in our Just Killing Time hour. Well, by the way,
we have a truth to that.
Big day today. I tell you what, big day today on the we'll just tease it a little bit here. There's I can't say for sure, and John, don't give it away, but I think this is the week the Twisted Sister goes down. I'm pretty confident. Don't give it away, John, because I don't know. I've only seen one side of the numbers, and it ain't
I don't know. I think what side you saw and what side I saw might be different.
Sure it was, because I don't see your side. Once again, for those of you,
nobody sees my side.
For those of you new to the
very, very true.
Hang on, John. For those of you new to the proceedings, I have Twitter, but I don't do faceplant. Mm-hmm. Bill has faceplant, but he doesn't do the tweeter. John has them both. So only John sees all.
Oh, no. He's omniscient. It's Johnny.
It's omnipotent.
No, omnipotent means he knows everything. Omniscient is he's everywhere.
You made that up.
Oh, no. I pulled that one square out of my whatever.
Easy now. So stay tuned for hour 2, just killing time. And we've got John and Ed versus the spread. It's the big Super Bowl show. And we're going to do a whole segment on, well, the only game that's left. Oh, look, there's the 10-12 to Glendale, Arizona. Yeah.
Hey, they better hurry.
Well, it's so yeah. We've got that. We've got one hit wonders, which we got some cool songs, and
we stay on the air much longer. We're going to run out of one hit wonders.
I think we're pretty safe.
Well, my sheet's starting to get a little low. I'm going to have to go back into and look some up.
Well, the thing is your sheet's
my sheet's starting to get low because nobody will vote for what the hell I put out there.
Well, you see, and now look, they look at you. They look at these little tantrums here. They must enjoy seeing these tantrums because
that's what I'm beginning to believe.
See, I don't have these tantrums, and my song went 11 in a row. John doesn't throw these tantrums, and if it wins today, it'll be number 10. 10 in a row. And by the way, these have been the only 2 songs for the past 20 weeks that are champions.
Mm-hmm. And you wonder why my blood pressure is so stinking high.
Oh, I got a lot of reasons, I'm sure, that your blood pressure is so stinking.
You have a point.
You see,
I've been married for 39 years.
I don't know what you said.
I don't know. Did you not hear that in the background? Hey!
We love you.
Yeah, that's it.
She's the best damn thing that's happened in your life, and you know it. So,
God have mercy. And I'll let everybody out there know that tells you the epitome of my life.
And Bill, you know what the second best thing that ever happened to you is?
You, Ed, you.
No. That door that you don't close.
The door that I don't close.
That's your friend here. That's your friend.
By the way, there is a phone number here attached, and the phone lines are up and ready to roll here. That's 754-800-CHAT, 754-800-2428. If you have something on your chest that you want to get off, hey, come talk to us. We'll be here.
Speaking of which, I was you guys were talking about Bobert and all that for all that time, and I had never seen her before,
really,
until like a couple of years ago, and I saw her and I go, damn, that's not a bad looking woman. And she opened her mouth and I went, Jesus Christ,
yeah, it kind of kills it.
Yeah,
and she put
and you have to remember, for every good looking woman out there, there's some guy who's tired of her crap.
Yeah. You don't see her husband very much. Let's put it that way.
No.
I know she's married. But yeah.
This is the guy that got arrested for exposing himself in a bowling alley.
Right. Exactly.
She was there. She was dating him at the time.
Uh-huh.
And she said, "This one's a keeper. I got to marry him."
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. You see, the thing is, Bobo's not hard on the eyes. I'll say this: you see her, and it's kind of like this, and all of a sudden you see her talk, and like,
yes, it does.
Well, for those of you on the Redidio, John is doing something with his finger to demonstrate his. Well, I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm not even gonna try because there's no good way around that. Let me put it this way. What John is saying is that his soldier don't salute no more.
Don't salute her.
Not around Bobo, it doesn't.
Not around Bobo. Not around Bobo.
First off, I think both of them be the kind of, both her and Trailer Trash would be the kind that you start doing something with them and they'd be screaming out their own names.
Well, the problem with Trailer Trash is she's got all sorts of little red rings on her body from people touching her with 10-foot poles.
Oh! Good gravy.
Oh, well.
You know, and
I kept waiting for somebody to run in and club her to death during the State of the Union. So, you know.
well, unfortunately,
No, I'm good now.
it's
Oh, actually, who wore it better, her or the Yeti? Thank you. Good night.
people on Twitter. I tell you, those folks that can create these memes and images and whatnot. There's one that put up a meme of her standing in front of the original the painting, the Scream. If you're familiar,
that was good.
Yeah, they have taken social media has taken over as far as the Marjorie Taylor.
She was holding a balloon, and it was the big Chinese spy balloon, and said that balloon was here looking for intelligence. Didn't find any.
Well, I saw somebody that just painted IT on the balloon as in it, the horror show from a few years ago.
I tell you, get no respect, none at all.
Keep going, boys.
No, unless another synopsis fires, I think I'm done.
So now we've had two more objects that's been shot out of the sky.
Yes,
these have been shot out a little bit sooner. One over the ice glacial barrens of Alaska, and the other one over Canada.
Okay, that's the one I didn't know. I heard the Canadians complaining about shooting it down. I go, what the hell are they throwing at it? Moose?
No, they weren't complaining. Trudeau
came out and said, "Hey, shooting down crap over our airspace."
No, he wanted it. They wanted
he did?
Yeah, okay. And as I understand it, Canadian Air Force was up there with the Americans, and just the Americans got the shot off. Is all. So
the Canadian Air Force was that a Sopwith Camel? Was that Snoopy flying? What was it?
No. The Canadians got the shot off. Americans were made aware.
They shoot, she scores! All right. Sorry, that was a softball pitch.
He put the biscuit in the basket. You're right. You're right. And I am beating myself up for not getting there first. That was too easy. Too easy.
Well, as long as we're picking on Marjorie Taylor Greene, let's do it. Let's do it in a proper fashion. Hang on for this one here.
You are a joke. Have a good one. No. Have a good one. You are a joke. I'm looking forward to Ossoff winning. You know, I do appreciate America. Have a great one.
That young man approached Marjorie Trailer Park Green on the sidewalks of D.C., and they were setting up to take a selfie. And what did he call her, John? A loser?
A joke.
A joke. And
the problem was he had to have his shot record to get that close to her.
I don't get it.
Crickets? Well, yeah, you had to make sure you've had all your shots before you get close to that thing.
Well, you make sure you had your rabies vaccine before you get next to her too. So I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, but
I'm not talking about your COVID shots. I'm talking about all your shots. Back to the Canadians, another shot on goal.
Once was plenty.
Yes, thank you.
You should go hang your head in shame right now, sir.
I am. I'm so terrible.
You are terrible. Making fun of our good friends, the Canucks up there. What have they ever done to us? They brought us hockey and Tim Hortons. You guys wouldn't know about Tim Hortons.
We had a Tim Hortons up here for about long enough to have one of their cups of coffee. Had two stores. They had one not too far away from where I'm at now, and another one down in South Minneapolis. They just didn't.
I'll do you one better than that. We had not one but two Tim Hortons in South Florida many years ago.
I'll tell you what, we didn't have that some bitch all down here.
Yeah, one of them was in a well, both of them were where a lot of Canadians congregate. One was in Hollywood, where a lot of the French Canadians, where they go, and everybody hates them. The other one was up in a place called Pompano Beach, which was just minutes away from where I lived, and we had real Canadians there, nice Canadians from Ontario. And they were there for years. They closed about 10, 15 years ago. And they did great business. I mean, I went in there. I don't drink coffee, but I'd get their donuts. And I learned what a Timmy's was and all that. I know who Tim Horton was.
You have some poutine while you're there?
Anybody know who Tim Horton was?
No,
He used to play for the Maple Leafs, I believe. He's an NHL player.
Well, there we go.
There you go. Exactly. Well, you guys are.
Now you know the rest of
the story.
I'm sorry I
had one, dog.
I'm sorry I woke you two up.
Kind of.
Oh, wow. Look, there's the inbound from San Francisco.
Inbound.
Oh, never too late.
Well,
but
go ahead.
I was just had something on the tip of my tongue, and I just.
How did you know?
I know what it was.
The peanut butter box is here.
We got a couple of minutes. Let's see. Can we kill the time?
We'll do big time radio and just stare at one another.
By the way, Bill, it's hashtag big time professional radio.
Excuse me. Hashtag my ass.
No.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that. That might start something.
We're pretty much stuttering here at the end of the hour. So next week, Bill Fancher is going to have a brand new segment for us once football goes away. Yes, this is news to Bill Fancher.
Apparently.
Well, next week we're going to do XFL picks.
Oh, God.
We're not. Next week we'll recap this week. We'll recap the Super Bowl. And then the week after that, February 26th.
Are they scrambling fighter jets out there and what?
The Canadians, eh?
They're coming in, eh? Take off, you hosers.
It's the Maple Syrup Squadron.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know what we're going to do to Phil and I. Can tell you what we're not going to do with the Wayback Machine.
Thank you.
That thing is parked. That's parked next to the Zamboni, don't you know?
Hey, when they brought hockey down to Texas, and everybody was talking about it and all this, and it was like, we really love that down here because you get a tractor pull in between periods. I said, well, no, that's a Zamboni. No, Zamboni's what you put marinara sauce on, and that's real good at halftime.
You got all your Texas hockey jokes out. I am actually surprised there's not more than one team. I'm surprised Houston doesn't have a team. I'm not kidding about that. Because they
can't keep ice down there.
In the old WHA, they had the Houston Aeros, AEROS.
Aeros.
And
which Gordie Howe played on that team.
All the house, the entire family, mom, sis, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Mark and I can't remember the other son.
Yeah.
Thank
God.
Well, for those of you who are still with us here, that means we're going to have to step away here for a couple moments. We'll be back with a more organized segment of the 2 hours here still in time.
Stick around. Men on Football during the break here.
Yes, dear. dear. Yes, I'm listening. Oh, I heard every word you said, honey. Yes. Yes, dear. Oh, I agree. You're right. Yeah, you're always right, baby. Yes, dear.
You found Just Killing Time with John and Ed.
I am Frau Blucher.
On Radio TFI. Join the conversation. You can reach the guys at 754-800-CHAT, 754-800-2428. If you are watching live, the comment section is open. From a payphone, call collect.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Cable Access Channel 96 presents Men on Football.
I'm Merriweather, and welcome to Men on Football, the show that looks at football from a male point of view.
That's right, tonight we're live and uncensored.
That's right, naked to the world. Do you know we have a new sponsor? Wilson Sporting Goods, the official balls of the NFL.
I ain't said a word.
You know, a lot of people were very surprised to hear that we was doing a special football show. But we've been fans of football for many years. I mean, what other game boasts such great names like Dick Butkus?
Or my favorite, Bob Greasy.
Now, isn't he a tight end?
He was. Still, there's a lot of things about this game that could be better, like the uniforms.
Hated them. For instance, you know, I was so disappointed when I found out that those numbers on the back, they were just for identification.
Oh, I know what you mean. The smallest one I saw was 11, and then I saw one that said 78 child. I almost fainted.
You need to stop. And you know, I found that those padded shoulders were just too Joan Crawford.
And speaking of old fish, what about those cheerleaders?
Hated them. I mean, what good are they? Everybody knows that these men just look at each other's for their strength and inspiration to do their best, not some scallop on the sidelines.
I don't understand why they bring them in. And what about this matchup today? The Buffalo Bills against the Washington Redskins.
Oh, yes. It's like playing Cowboys and Indians. Ooh!
Well, tie me up and scout me, but I'd be a lot more entertained if they were playing with the Oilers and Packers.
That's a thought.
Now, what's your favorite play of the game, Twan?
Well, to be truthful, for me, nothing beats that exquisite moment of tension right before the play began. As the muscular, sweaty football men get down on that line of scrimmage. There they is, eyeball to eyeball. Their breaths is coming out like steam from a big bull's nostrils. I just got 3 words to describe it. Delicious. I'm through.
Uh-oh, I think I just sprung a leak. And speaking of football, let's bring back that Joe Namath. I mean, I'll never forget the time when he put on those pantyhose on national television. It must have taken so much courage for him to come out and say, this is me, this is who I am. Call me Broadway Joe, because that's how I do it, the Broadway.
Time out. Now, you got to reverse that call. Joe Namath is married. Hello? Now, I'm very confused about this part of the game. Now, Blaine, we all know what a red flag in the right pocket means. But what does a yellow flag in the left pocket mean?
Oh, I think those are the wide receivers. But there's so much about this game that's so confusing. For instance, why do they stop a play when there's too many men on the field? To me, that's party time.
Because, Blaine, too many men, that's an illegal formation.
Well, if love is wrong, then I don't want to be right.
And you don't know the first thing about football.
And you don't know the first thing about lotion.
Well, anyway, you about to seriously work my last good nerve, ain't you?
Don't get mad, Twan. Is that all you? You can show me how to play. Teach me. Go ahead.
Okay, you have a ball?
I think I have one right here. I think I played this one before.
All you have to do is say hi and take the little blue ball and start running.
But isn't that going to hurt you?
Take the ball, silly. Go ahead. Say hi.
Wait a minute. Where's all the men that's supposed to chase me? I don't like this game.
Well, that's our show for this week. But before we go, we'd like to salute all the men playing the Super Bowl with our special Super Bowl snap. 2 snaps and your backfield motion. Goodbye.
Well, we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
And you could never do that show today.
Welcome back to Just Killing Time here on Radio TFI. It's the one, the only, John Shannon.
I was waiting for the little man's intro.
Technical difficulties. Bring us in.
Sure. All right. Well, we're back here, Just Killing Time. Once again, from the ShallottaMakesMeLaugh.com studio in St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm John Shannon. To my immediate left, that left. From Queens, New York, in the Radio TFI Executive Tower, the one and only Ed Van Ness. Once again, good morning, sir.
Good morning, kids and kittens. And
you want me to introduce him, or you want me to introduce him?
You go right ahead, sir.
And down there in the lower left, in the Wally Cox box, say that quick 3 times.
Rather not.
Exactly. So, that is from
the people from the 910 to Austin are disembarking.
Good morning, Bill. Now, if you guys were just watching, anybody that was just watching on the video feed, you just watched, I believe it was from about 1992, In Living Color did a live Super Bowl halftime. They did an entire episode at halftime of the Super Bowl. They did it live, and that was part of it, Men on Football. It's one of my favorite bits ever. That's actually a censored one. There's stuff that's been cut out of that. But I'm guessing, young Mr. Fancher, by your reactions, you hadn't seen that before.
No. I've seen it before. I just hadn't seen it in so long.
Okay. Because it's a hilarious bit, and I don't know how those two kept it straight.
They kept it straight.
But it's one of my favorite bits, and there was no question that's the one that was going on today for Super Bowl Sunday here at Radio TFI.
Dun, 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 dun.
But
I got my
his Super Bowl.
But before we get to all that,
oh, hey, he's got all that. Have you noticed how M&M has made a giant commercials here all of a sudden? I've seen more damn M&M commercials since you guys played that bit a few weeks ago. Somebody must be watching the show.
Okay, what's he talking about?
You did that goofy guy bitching about M&Ms and everything.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
We the Mars Corporation. They hang on every word we say.
They must be. God bless them.
We're influencers, whether we want to admit it or not, I guess.
That's right. And generally, we don't want to. Generally, it's not. Well, I don't think there's anything left for us to do right here, John, except for you to cue the band.
Well, tap them on the shoulder, wake them up. What is?
What?
Are you okay?
No, just go ahead.
Trying to figure out if you were okay or not.
No, I'm just fine.
We'll just watch the back of your phone.
That's it.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Paper.
I like my phone. Take a pill. I could print this out just as easy. I could actually from my phone hit up that printer there that's directly behind me.
There you go.
But
all right.
Why would I want to waste a tree for that? Anyways, here's our birthdays. Starting with today, we got a couple. Christina Ricci turns 43 years old.
Go on.
Josh Brolin turns 55.
That makes his old man.
I was going to say,
is he his old man even alive?
Oh yeah,
James Brolin's still hanging in there.
Still married to Barbara Streisand.
Oh, that's right.
Streisand.
Easy. You went the wrong way on that one.
Mm-hmm. Arsenio Hall turns 67 today. And Robert Griffin III turns 33.
RG3 and out.
How many years did he play? What did he play? Like 4 years?
I think that's about all it was.
He was an analyst this last
week.
He's
just been for a little while, I think.
I saw him on the Pro Bowl games.
Mm-hmm.
And, but
all right. Tomorrow, Jerry Springer turns 79.
Jerry.
Oops.
Went to a talk show and a cat fight ensued. Randy Moss turns 46 years old tomorrow.
Wow.
Football. Oh, and we're doing a lot of football today. I like it.
Football.
You'll have to. I'll probably stumble over this name, but you'll know who I'm talking about. The godfather of college basketball coaching, Mike Krzyzewski.
Krzyzewski.
I don't think that's right either.
Krzyzewski.
Krzyzewski. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Coach K.
Yeah,
Coach
there you go.
K.
That's all you had to say.
Coach K.
76 years old. Peter Gabriel turns 73 tomorrow.
Jackhammering.
Sledgehammer.
Same difference.
Not really. Hold on. I want to see you swing a jackhammer.
Oh, no, you don't. I have to move the mic and everything back. Thank you for that setup, Ed.
You're entirely welcome.
How big this thing gets.
Yes. There you go.
Either one of you guys watch The Good Doctor?
In a word, no.
Thank you.
One of my favorite shows. Star of that show and actually producer Freddie Highmore turns 31 on Tuesday.
Happy birthday, whoever you are.
Wow.
That's it.
We need a
on Wednesday, Jane Seymour turns 72.
No way.
Jane Seymour.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of somebody else. Moving on.
On Thursday, Ice-T turns 65.
Jeez Louise.
You better dump it and make some new ones.
Yeah, I guess.
You gotta remember Ice-T, who started out came to fame with the song about Kill the Police. He's played a cop for 24 seasons.
It's just so amazing.
Mm-hmm. John McEnroe turns 64 on Thursday.
Cool.
The brat of tennis. I'm older than him. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. On Friday, Michael Jordan turns 60.
Good Lord.
Oh, that makes my knees hurt.
John, you're older than Jordan.
Yep.
Hold on, here comes the Air Jordan flight.
It's an Air Jordan flight.
Flying over for the dunk. Ed Sheeran turns 32.
Isn't he that redheaded guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Music.
Here's one for you. Denise Richards turns 52 on Friday.
Absolutely.
Really?
Forever 21, baby. Forever 21. Oh, no. Thank God for Phil.
And also on Friday, Larry the Cable Guy turns.
Oh, Jesus.
Get her
done.
How old was he, John?
60.
Jeez, you're older than Larry the Cable Guy.
That doesn't surprise me, but
can I tell you a quick story about that? When Johnny was down here working with me during the X-ray era, and we were at a nursing home, and this one lady was complaining that her cable wasn't working, so Johnny decides to take it upon himself to fix her TV. And as we're leaving, I was like, "Okay, Johnny the Cable Guy, let's just go." Everybody in the nursing home just starts laughing.
I got her TV fixed. That's all that matters.
And where's the punchline?
There we go. A good place for it.
Moving on.
Also on Friday, Jim Brown turns 87 years old.
Damn.
You know what? And I bet he could still run for 100 yards.
Probably.
A couple guys down on the way.
He retired after what, like 6 or 7 seasons? He was still healthy, and he didn't play that long.
No, I think it was 8.
Maybe it was 8, but it wasn't. He was still healthy and all. Good for him, and he made a whole nother career out of acting. And
yes, he did.
Exactly.
Yeah, he did.
All right, Saturday here we got a few. Dr. Dre turns 58.
Yay!
Yay, Dre.
John Travolta, who might be piloting this plane that just flew over.
Attaboy, dog.
Good for you.
Huh.
Good for you.
Turns 69.
You can't say turn 69. That's just
well, if you keep turning,
that's what's on the script. That's what I'm saying. Matt Dillon turns 59 years old on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Molly Ringwald.
I don't want to know.
Oh no! Oh please no! I don't want. I'm like Ed.
Years old.
The double nickels.
5.
Oh no!
Geez. Look, I've seen her in other things, and I know that, like every other human being, she ages, but she was one of those quirky, cute little, teenage kids. I don't mean that in a disgusting way.
Yeah.
Just, she
Forever
just
16.
Forever 16.
Jeremy Allen Wright turns 32.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Who is he?
You think Growls?
Who?
Do I mind telling you that I forgot?
Well, happy birthday anyway, Jeremy. We have
It's
no idea who you are, but
a tree of owls here.
Him. The reason I picked him, recognized him or whatever, but I
And
couldn't
now
tell
you
you
forgot.
exactly.
See, that's the good thing about having Alzheimer's. You know, you get tell new jokes every day. You can hide your own Easter eggs.
Hell yeah.
And you're the only one that doesn't know you have a problem.
That's exactly it.
Hey, Yoko Ono. She still brought her walrus.
Cuckoo could
90 years old on Saturday.
We give her a happy birthday just to because she made it to 90. Her husband
Hey,
got shot.
Yoko was actually on my one of my Twitter friends on the old original account that I'm on now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she friended me. I was like, oh, okay, wow.
You two sharing recipes or?
Yeah. We shared greetings, and that was kind of it. Last I really heard from her.
Chop chop.
Okay. Right, last but not least, here on Saturday, Vanna White. Give me a vowel. 66 years old.
21, baby. 21.
56.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
That's 66, by the way, there, Bill.
66? Well, that makes a little more sense, but still.
Exactly. Happy birthday to everybody here and to anybody that's listening that has a birthday this next week. We give you a birthday salute as well. Salute!
That's one for everybody. Well. What time do you think it is, boys and girls?
Time to watch the BS.
Pop some M&Ms. Peanut M&Ms, by the way.
Peanut butter box is here.
Ready, boys?
Bring it on.
It's time for John and Ed versus the Spread, your weekly foray into the exciting world of pigskin prognostication. Each week, John, Eminem Shannon, Bill, I can't spell Eminem Fancher, Joe the computer who wears tennis shoes, and I will each choose professional football games and select winners using the point spread. At the end of the season, which is today, the winner will claim possession of the Radio TFI Gilchrist Ceremonial Sippy Cups. Extra points can be earned, well, a whole lot of ways today.
Yes.
Kids and kittens, it's John and Ed versus the Spread. Well. Let's what do we have on the agenda for today? Well, what do you know? It's Super Bowl 57. The great Googly Moogly Kansas City Chiefs taking on those Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to talk about our picks and all the other things. First, let's recap where we stand on the scoreboard. What do you say? Yours truly is in the lead with 75 points. Bill Fancher following behind reasonably close with 59 points. John Shannon down there at 52. And Gerald, I believe, is plotting his return this week.
Is he now? I want to hear that.
At 37 points. So this week, we have a lot of prop bets, if you will. Lots of things that we're going to go for extra point. Now, let's start with just our regular normal picks. This week, a correct pick with the spread is worth 10 points. Go for 2, it's worth 20. If you go for 3, it's worth 30. Let's start off with young Mr. Shannon. Let's talk about your pick and young Mr. Shannon, go ahead.
I knew he was going to do it.
Hey, when the Chiefs are only a 6.5 point, or you're only a 1.5 dog, that means basically that the game could go either way, in their opinion, in the people that do this kind of stuff for a living. So why not? I need to make up a whole lot of ground. I'm going to be cheering for the Chiefs no matter what. So I'm going to take the Chiefs going for 2 by giving up 6.5 points. And on the over-under, I think that this game is going to be one of those where it's going to look like a damn pinball machine, to tell you the truth. But I don't think there's going to be a lot of defense in this game. So I'm going to go with the over. The over-under was 51, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to go with the over.
All right. Young Mr. Fancher, let's look at your pick.
Well, I've been a Vikings fan my whole life, so this is kind of a useless gesture for me. I want Kansas City to win this game, and by using that logic, I'm taking the Eagles minus 1.5. So, all you people out there listening to that, best be betting on Kansas City. And I agree with John a little bit. I don't think this is going to be a pinball game, but I think there's going to be a good enough scoring that I'm taking the over on this.
All right, very good. My pick, I'm doing exactly what young Mr. Fancher is doing. I like it. It really is a coin flip. It really is a coin flip as far as I'm concerned. I think the Eagles have just that little itty bitty extra. I think it's going to be a close game. I also think it's going to be a high scoring game. And with that, I'm going with the over. And let's, for the final time this season, let's hear from Bill's best pal.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it's not Jesus.
Oh, sorry.
It's the next best thing. It's Gerald.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Good morning, gentlemen. Congratulations to the NFC champion, Philadelphia Eagles. Congratulations and a great googly moogly to the AFC champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. Here we are, Super Bowl 57. Over 100 points are available this week, and I plan to get them all. I am taking the underdog Chiefs and going for 2. That means I'm granting the Eagles 6.5 points. That pick alone is worth 20 points this week. I am predicting a combined score of 66. Oh, and give me the over. The suckers, other players will go over the remaining picks. Enjoy the game. See you all next season. Bill, f*** you.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you very much.
He loves you, Bill.
Yes, he
just
does.
loves your pieces. So, as Gerald alluded to there, we do have some extra bets. We're gonna go over these right now. We got some picks. We're going for extra points. So let's start out here. The first one, and this is worth 1 point, is the temperature at kickoff in Glendale, Arizona, at the game. The outside temperature, not the indoor. If they close the roof. John's got it at 70 degrees. I've got it at 75 degrees. Bill at 63. And Gerald, just like John, likes it at 70 degrees. Then there's the coin toss. It's heads or tails. It's worth 1 point.
I haven't lost this bet in 6 years.
Everybody went for tails except Bill, who's going for heads. Who's going to score first? Well, John likes his Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, the three of us, the rest of us,
mine's wrong.
Were you KC?
Yeah, I took KC to score first.
Okay. Well, you will have the graphics department flogged
for
that. So John and Bill take Kansas City. Meanwhile, Gerald and I are going with Philadelphia. Next comes the oh my.
Gerald.
Did I hit the wrong card? I lost the card. Hold on a second, kids and kittens. We're going to get caught up with this. It's going to be wonderful. I promise you. There are things to. Here we go. That's the card I'm looking for. Oh, the graphics department. They're going to get their asses handed to them this week. There we go. Let's see. So now we have. Coming up next is the passing yards. John's seeing a total passing yard. And this is for both teams. It's also worth 10 points, and you get to be within 50 yards. John likes, he thinks they're going to be 565 passing yards. I've got 505 yards, passing yards. Bill is at 473, and Gerald is looking for an offensive shootout here. 673 passing yards. Passing yards. As far as rushing yards go, and again, the same criteria, it's within 50 yards. John has 350 yards on the ground. I've got 207, coincidentally my birthday. Bill has a little fewer than me, 196. Meanwhile, Gerald going for it all. 371 yards.
Hey, moogly googly.
Hey, that's right. Field goals. John believes there's going to be 5 field goals in this game. This is exact, by the way, and this is worth 5 points. 5 points if you get it correctly on the nose. I'm going with 3 field goals. Bill's got 4, and Gerald, God bless him, he's going for the gusto.
He's got the game with not 1,000 yards scrimmage and 8 field goals.
8 field goals. Hey, look,
Okay.
Let's continue on. Safeties. This is worth 5 points. Both John and Bill believe there will be no safeties. I believe there'll be 1. I'm picking 1. Gerald is picking 2. Which, look, Gerald is who Gerald is.
Yes, he is.
Turnovers. This is worth 10 points. This is worth 10 points. You have to get it exactly. John believes there'll be 3 turnovers. I believe there'll be 2. Bill is at 4, and Gerald
doesn't think there's going to be any.
And Gerald is predicting 0 turnovers. He's expecting nothing. He's not expecting no defense to show up.
Apparently not.
Punts. Worth 5 points. You have to get it exactly. John is predicting 4 punts. I'm predicting 7. Both Bill and Gerald are predicting 5 punts.
Okay. Gerald's expecting a couple of them to get blocked, I think.
Oh, touchdowns. This is worth 10 points, and it has to be an exact number. And again, all these are for both teams. There's no individual teams here. John believes there'll be 8 touchdowns. I'm going with 6. Bill 7, and Gerald.
Have we noticed a trend here? Everything's 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Actually, this is almost my old hack number. My hack number was
there. You go.
Anyway, and finally, the total points. Now, if you get it exactly, the total points, combined points, it's worth 10 points. It's worth 5 points if you get within 3. So, John believes there'll be a combined 57 points. I'm going with 61 points. Bill is at 54 points. And Gerald, again, he's predicting an offensive. I don't know what the hell.
Okay, now I want to know. He's predicting 9 touchdowns, 8 field goals, and he's calling an over of 66. I think that's a total of about 93.
Like, nobody said this was going to be easy. And
Gerald, you make me laugh.
And so there's over 100 extra points, additional points available this week, but they're not all gimmies. I will say this:
no, they're not.
For the safeties, I essentially handed you boys 10 points each.
That's so nice.
Originally, the safeties was you had to pick at least 1. And then I changed it to you can pick whatever number you want. Both these guys chose 0. But what a kick in the butt it'll be if Gerald winds up winning this.
Gerald wins with 2 safe and 2 blocked extra points or 2 blocked punts.
And remember, punts don't matter if they're blocked or whatever. And
well, it's still a punt, but he get blocked in the end zone. There, he gets his safety.
And you know what? We never established field goal, a made field goal. It has to be a successful field goal.
Oh, is that what you're saying? Made field goal. That's what. Okay, yeah. I assumed that's what you were referring to. So,
any comments on the big game today, there, John?
Nope, not at all.
Nod your head on radio. Bill, what about
you? Get drunk and have a good time.
I mean, what do you think is going to happen during the game? What do you?
What I think is that actually tomorrow will be the largest sick day in the United States. They should actually. You know what? And I heard this one time before where they said that the day after the Super Bowl should be a national holiday.
You know what? I think,
or play the damn game on Saturday,
or play. You know what? That's actually the better.
Yeah.
Play Saturday, give people, I am. Look, I understand the networks do the best they can. The kickoff is 6:30 on the East Coast, 6:38, something like that. That covers the West Coast. It's not early in the morning. It's not too late at night. You got to accommodate the entire country. But I think you're right, Bill. I never really considered that. I think Saturday would be a much better pick.
Yeah.
Everybody the opportunity to.
Now, here's actually my thoughts on it. You honestly, this is the way I'm looking at it. If the game is a runaway, Kansas City wins. If it's a close game, Philadelphia is going to win.
I don't disagree with you. I think if Mahomes gets hot, and I imagine his ankle is going to be much better today.
It's amazing what cortisone will do for you.
Well, also 2 weeks of rest.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not kid ourselves here. Time is one of the greatest healers. I think if they get going early and often, they got a good chance of running away with this. If you can spook a team early on, and again, I loved what Sean Payton did some years ago. I kick. Throw everybody for a loop.
Well, now, actually, did he start the game, or was it the second half he did that?
He started the game.
Was it? Because I wasn't for sure. I know and I think Pittsburgh did a halftime onside kick too.
Could be.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's we'll be back next week. That's going to conclude John Ed versus the Spread for this week. These are our final picks of the year. Next week, we'll recap all this. We will award the Gil Christ Ceremonial Sippy Cup to whoever it is that's blatantly ahead at the time. And now remember, kids and kittens, if you're going to bet real money today on this game based on our picks, John, what is it we always say about that?
Well, I was just kind of holding off until this week just because I knew this would be my week to surge above both of you. So I'd say take my picks.
Wow. Well, there you go, kids and kittens. That's you hear us say that every week.
Lay off the fentanyl.
Lay off the fentanyl. Well, thank you, Bill. We don't always say that, but we might. We might in the future. And that's all we got for that. We'll recap next week. We'll see who's crying, who's laughing.
That's all I got to say about that.
I got a feeling Fancher will be crying because he cries about everything.
Oh,
moi? Shut up!
You're what?
The guy sitting behind you. Boy, oh boy, they're taking off now, heading for Glendale, Arizona. John, as usual, it's up to you to cue the orchestra.
Dun, 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 dun.
You got the button. Let's go.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present the battle of the one-hit wonders. Here's your match official, John Shannon.
All right, hey, let's get right into the battle here with Twisted Sister. Excuse me. Oh, back off, boy. Yeah, let's get up. Let's start us out with one of our contenders here. Simple Minds from 1985.
Will you stand above me? Look my way. Never love me.
And the other challenger submitted to us by a Twitter user, What Milton. This is Aha from 1984.
So needless to say, I'm upset, but I'll be stumbling away.
And now, here is your 9-time returning champion from 1984. This is Twisted Sister. All right, there you go. Those are our contenders this week. So, are you ready?
No,
I said, are
anyway.
you ready? Here is.
Let's get ready to rumble. Piss off.
All right. Here is your winner. And still, Battle of the Network, or Battle of the One Sister.
Hey! Wait a minute.
We ain't gonna take it. Oh, we're not gonna take it anymore. We've got the right to choose it. There ain't no way we'll lose it. This is our life. This is our song. We'll fight the powers that be just. Don't pick on destiny, cause you don't know us, you don't belong. Oh, we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. Oh, we're not gonna take it anymore. Oh, you're so condescending. Your goal is never ending. We don't want nothing, not a thing from you. Your life is tried and jaded, boring and confiscated. If that's your best won't do. Whoa, whoa. We're right, we're free, we'll fight, we'll see. We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. We're not
All right, there's your 10-time returning champion there. Twisted Sister, we're not going to take it. See, quite frankly, I'm kind of proud of that song. Thank you very much. All right. So what you guys you guys want some numbers, huh?
Please.
No.
All right. All right. Well, what Ed was looking at was absolutely correct, by the way. On Twitter, Twisted Sister and Take On Me were neck and neck, 43% of the vote, right down the line, with Don't You only getting 14% of that vote. I'm sorry.
And you want me to be on Twitter.
They forgot about you, Bill.
Sons of bitches.
Well, on Facebook, it wasn't any better. Let's put it that way.
Thank you.
On Facebook, actually, we're not going to take it. Garnered 53% of the vote. Take On Me, 30% of the vote. And Don't You, 15%.
Must have been my vote.
I think you joined maybe one other person, I think, voting for that.
I'm getting off social network altogether. Piss on them. I'm done.
So, yeah. So, we're not going to take it. Took 47% of the total vote. For the second week in a row,
aren't they facing mandatory retirement?
No. No.
I thought we said 10 weeks was mandatory retirement.
What do you mean we? You got a mouse in your pocket?
You damn right I do. Need a big sumbitch.
Easy.
Viva la ratas!
Be careful. They like to shoot.
They like to shoot.
I'm not sure what that means, so just in case.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality.
So they chew on D's nuts?
Yeah, that's what happens. Speaking
you
of
are
D's,
fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
That's not a verbal morality act.
D's nuts, D Snyder. Come on, let's.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Barbara, instead of sneaking around the corner and peeking in every once in a while, just come in and say hi, for Christ's sake.
No, hell no. I got to call security. She does that. Oh, there, John. That'll teach you.
Well, she shouldn't get down in front of me like that because she'll get swatted in the ass. That's just how it works.
We've gone off the wheels. Us and Ozzy.
All right. So, anyways, we do have a couple of new challengers.
Yeah, we do.
What do we now?
Yes, we do. And Ed, for some reason, has decided to finally come into the 21st century with this one.
With his picks.
I love this.
So
I love the video.
Oh no, so I'm a scurrid.
I have never heard this song before,
and I will say that.
Anyways, from go ahead.
Watch the video.
Oh, okay. From 2003. 2003. This is Fountains of Wayne.
Oh.
Stacy's mom has got it going on. 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 Stacy, can I come over after school? After school, we can hang around by the pool. Hang by the pool. Did your mom get
Is she trying to give me the slip? You know I'm not the little boy that I used to be. I'm all grown up now, baby, can't you see? Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Stacy, do you remember when I mowed your lawn? Your mom came out with just a towel on. I could tell she liked me from the way she stared. And the way she said, you missed a spot over there. And I know that you think it's just a fantasy, but since your dad walked out, your mom could use a guy like me. Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom. Stacy's mom has got it going. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong. I'm in love with Stacy's mom. I'm in love with Stacy's mom. Wait a minute, Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom.
All right, that's Fountains of Wayne.
You'd never heard that song before, John.
I have never heard that song.
Oh, Lord.
Before.
And yes, the video is quite impressive.
Rachel Hunter.
Yep. The original MILF song.
Yeah.
Well, now we know where now we know what was going through Ed's mind when he decided to pick take his pick for this week.
I'd completely forgotten about that song. That's a good pick, Ed. I like that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but
no, I mean, but
Ed hit it 100 times to play the thing.
That was the song just for the video.
Yeah, I've had that one sitting in the bullpen for quite some time now.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah. Finally, I
bring in the lefty.
All right, well, here we go with the other challenger. Presented to us by, we're just going to call him Steve because he's got an interesting Twitter handle. But he submitted this one. This is we're going into the 60s now.
Ooh, holy smoking buckets!
But we're also going into the future.
Yeah, exactly. From a group called Zager and Evans from 1969.
In the year
I knew it.
2525, if man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may find. In the year 35, ain't gonna need to tell the truth, tell no lies. Everything you think, do, and say is in the pill you took today. In the year 45, ain't gonna need your teeth, won't need your eyes. You won't find a thing to choose.
Nobody's gonna look at you. In the year 55, 55, your arms are hanging limp at your side. Your legs got nothing to do. Some machine doing that for you. In the year 65, 65, ain't gonna need no husband, won't need no wife. You pick your son, pick your daughter too. From the bottom of a long glass tube, whoa, whoa. In the year 7510, if God's a-coming, he ought to make it by then. Maybe he'll look around himself and say, guess it's time for the judgment day. In the year 8510, God is gonna shake his mighty head. He'll either say, I'm pleased where man has been, or tear it down and start again. Whoa, whoa. In the year 95, I'm kind of wondering if man is gonna be alive. He's taken everything this old earth can give, and he ain't put back nothing. Whoa, whoa. Now it's been 10,000 years. Man has cried a billion tears for what he never knew. Now man's reign is through, but through eternal night, the twinkling of starlight, so very far away, maybe it's only yesterday. In the year 2525, if man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may find. In the year 35.
And there you go. There's your other challenger here, presented to us by Steve Zager and Evans in the year 2525. We have quite a diverse lineup here for people. You go on both Twitter and Facebook to vote. You can either go to Taxi Stand Hour or at Radio TFI John. At Radio TFI John. A little different than my other than my jailed. So that's where the polls will be this week, and then of course also on Facebook with our at Friends of the Taxi Stand Hour on Facebook. So there's where you can vote on those particular songs. Vote early, vote often, and
I didn't necessarily want to go back that far in time, but okay.
All right, the gong has rang. Boy, we did that really good this week. We'll be back again next week. Like it or not, we'll be back next week. So for that guy right there, Ed, for this guy right here, Bill, I'm John, and I got the money.
See ya! You know you're bound to drive me away. Yes. Yes, dear. Yes, I'm listening. Oh, I heard every word you said, honey. Yes. Yes, dear. Oh, I agree. You're right. Yeah, you're always right. Yes, dear.